Hey, I'm Patrick. Welcome to Meditations on Being. I've been watching a YouTube channel called the Divinely Aligned Channel. I'll link it down below. And it's run by someone named Cortnie, who channels a collective consciousness entity named Zero. And it's, if you haven't seen it, if you don't follow them, it's definitely worth checking them out. They are like transforming my life in ways that are indescribable. I apologize, I'm absolutely exhausted right now, and I want to sleep, but I feel like I need to record this message. So what I wanted to talk about tonight is a message that Cortnie brought through today, I believe, which is about the need to stop working. And working in this context means like trying to make something happen, or like grinding, basically. Or like using your grit and just pushing through. This is like for those of us who are living on the new earth, this is not the way to make progress, and it'll feel really bad at this time if you're living like that. And I definitely feel that way. What you're supposed to do instead is just follow whatever your sort of excitement is, as Bashar says. And one of the ways that this was highlighted in particular by Zero in Cortnie's video today was talking about like your relationship to things like food, or she didn't say alcohol, but probably alcohol, cigarettes. Like we've all tried. So I, in particular, am, I guess I would say, concerned with my food intake patterns. They're not really healthy, and it's something that I've kind of it's something that's been with me for as long as I can remember. I believe that it is one of my sort of coping mechanisms for uncomfortable feelings. And I've had a lot of feelings in my life, and so I have had a lot of dealing with things by eating. And the thing that was important that came through in the message that I wanted to hop on here and talk about and highlight is that what Zero was saying is that your relationship to these things is going to change when you make the appropriate change in your frequency. So, like, we've all tried to fix, and I've tried for years to varying degrees of success, to fix my relationship with food, and to essentially like not binge food. And I'll get into like a good place where I'm just, some more or less reasonable. Like definitely could have improvements made, but then I'll have, I guess it's uncomfortable feelings. It's always been something that's like unconscious until recently. I've been able to sort of examine this as like a trend in me. But it is just very relieving to understand that and I want to be open-minded to this, because I mean, I have no reason to not believe Zero, because everything that they've said so far, I have like verified for myself to work. And so this is, this I assume is no exception. But yeah, so I just want to get into the vibration of hope and belief in that. And when I mean hope, I don't mean like I'm hoping that it's true. What I mean to say is that that idea gives me hope. I don't know if I'm being confusing because I'm tired, but whatever. It is a great reframe mentally to think that if all I do is pay attention to my breath enough and shift through these things and alchemize these feelings and stuff like that, whatever naturally comes up as a result of just paying attention to my breath and doing the things that excite me and not doing the things that drain me. If I do that, then there will come a point where my eating habits are automatically fixed. And I've already observed this actually in myself for caffeine. I mentioned a couple of videos ago that a couple weeks ago my caffeine intake was extremely high, like 400-ish milligrams of caffeine a day. And I got to that point by not necessarily thinking that it was my excitement to drink a bunch of caffeine, but I was being excited about it, and I was following that excitement with the understanding that it might not be my excitement, and I wanted to investigate further to see if it is something that I should be doing, something that's serving me at that time. And then I figured out that it's not something that I want to do, and my desire for caffeine is almost non-existent. Much, much less than it was before, where I was thinking, I want to drink caffeine at 9 p.m. because I just want it that badly. And thinking oh, I can't wait till tomorrow morning when I can drink more. Those thoughts are completely not existent anymore. And who knows what the mechanism is for that, but I think based on what Zero said, we can speculate that I shifted to a high enough frequency that craving kind of took care of itself, it's gone. Excuse me. So I look forward to that relationship change with food because I've been doing better recently, but today was a really hard day where I just ate way too much stuff and I wasn't hungry and I was just trying to avoid feelings, basically. And it's just been so hard to not do that. I'm aware that I don't want to do it, and I just do it anyway. But, it's all a process. The other component that I feel naturally comes up with this reframe is self-compassion around this. Excuse me, I don't have any water nearby. Self-compassion around this is much easier to come by when I have a plan for how it will end in some sense, even though I don't know what the plan is exactly. Okay, I've got my water. So yeah, I'm really enjoying Cortnie channeling Zero, and I highly recommend the channel if you have not heard of them or seen them before. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that I'm feeling unbelievably, indescribably different than I've lived the rest of my life. Right now, I'm just full of so much happiness and joy and fun. It's not to say that every day, all day is just a blissful experience, but compared to the way that I lived the rest of my life, this is like, I did not imagine that I could experience these levels of well-being. So yeah, I couldn't recommend more that you, if this sounds interesting to you, that you join join the channel and follow along. Yeah, I think I'll definitely have more to say on that, but I've got to kind of let it percolate up to the surface a bit. It is time to take my dog out for his evening pee, feed him, and go to bed. And I hope that I can sleep now that I recorded this video, because I couldn't sleep before because I felt like I needed to get this out. So, hope you have a good night. I'll see you soon. I've been following a YouTube channel called the Divinely Aligned channel.